transfer news. Appreciate that, my guy. You are easily one of the best YouTubers around. Hopefully, all the hard work will pay off this year. DG to get the YouTube Content Maker of the Year award. I can't lie. That's one thing I think helped, man. Like, I'll be real. There's been a couple of awards I've been nominated for, and I'm looking at like how did I win? Like football blacklist, 30 under. Yeah, there was 30 under 30, so 30 under 30 black content creators and all sorts of industry. And I look, no disrespect to anyone, but I looked at the list. I was like, no, I should be here. I'm not saying first, I'm not saying last. I should be here. It seemed like a lot of people voting for their friends. And then I realized I wanted an award for you lot. It wasn't necessarily for me. It's for to show that we're getting somewhere. But it's just a vanity project, man. Fuck awards. The real award is to be here with you. Like the real reward for me is when people say your videos help, man. Again, every time I go Tesco's or bop around, man, always get shown a bit of love and that, and that's winning for me. That's enough for me, man. If I'm honest with you, obviously I want to be bigger, I want to be better, I want to do all of this thing, but that's enough for me, man. Like the real ones take me in. This industry is poor. Like pause on this. I'll never do it, but let's just suck and dick in this industry. It's boys club, innit? But we'll get there. We just gotta take the stairs. There's no elevator, and it'll be sweeter, innit? But away from all of that positive BS, let's start looking at transfer news, people. In fact, that Lokonga one, let's put that right next to Tonali business. What's that? Where's my Tonali shit? So yeah, let's just start, man. Let's just start. Big up you lot, man. I defo can go Tesco's. But it's nice to be getting the support. Starting from, I think we've already got this article. We can close that. Eddie's, that was for my personal watching. Once again, Arsenal versus Leicester at the weekend, folks. What's this? That's just my Twitter account. What's this? I mean, this is the first thing that attracted me, people. Lyon are to reduce Paqueta asking price. Arsenal, City are as well. Arsenal are one of many clubs who have been linked with a move for Lyon playmaker Lucas Paqueta this summer, following another impressive campaign in 2021-22, which saw him produce 10 goals and 7 assists in 42 games across all comps. As you know, Arsenal were allegedly priced out. They placed a £68 million price tag. According to 90 Minute, it's been suggested that they're willing to drop it to 33 million. So if Bernardo Silva does leave, he goes City on the cheap. Apparently, Arsenal had an offer rejected for Milinkovic. I mean, this is a pretty horrible interface. Not Leon. Leon's Lacazette scored a penalty we saw. But William could be returning to the Prem. I just thought we'd cover that. There's been a license standing update with Arsenal. So yeah, I'll leave that for you lot to read. But it seems like, standing at the stadium could be there. Arsenal have Nikola Milenkovic transfer offer rejected as Mikel Arteta targets 24-year-old Fiorentina defender. I wouldn't mind another centre-back cut price, bit different to what we already have at the Emirates, so I'm not against it. I don't know of the credibility or damn right the reliability of these reports, people. But nonetheless, we've been linked with him, so it is what it is, people. And we've been linked with him even the days Wenger was there, really. I take anything that's being linked out of Italy with a pinch of salt. But apparently we've had a bid rejected. It doesn't specify what bid's been placed. It just says he's valued at 18.5 million. We did try and get Lisandro Martinez, who, even though the talk was around left back, the majority of his games were played at centre back. It's naive to think that we weren't going to play him centre back majority of the time, in my opinion, really, because he's played a handful of times at left back. Juventus, Inter, and Sevilla are all credited with interest in the 24-year-old Serbian, people. Fiorentina probably aren't going to cut us no deals after we didn't cut them a deal, rightly so, for what's his face? Torreira. So I don't really buy the credibility of that, but it is what it is in that regard. Arsenal in Yeremy Pino transfer boost with Villarreal ready to accept bid of around 34 million if the player wants to leave. So if he wants to leave, they'll take it. 34 to 42 million, which could be a lot for a player you got a bag of potential and could be a diamond. But at this moment in time, he's not necessarily taking Saka's place or anyone's on the left. I hope he could. I'm for the signing, but yeah, it is what it is in that regard. Edu already knows 3 Arsenal deadlines to Yuri Tielemans transfer. And there's rumours that Edu is willing to walk away and Arsenal are willing to wait until the summer of 2023 to get him on the free. Hopefully that means we're bringing in other targets, because if we don't get a midfielder, we're signing up for certain things, people, if I'm completely honest with you. And obviously we probably will see Tielemans against us at the weekend. That's football.london. Arsenal could make major Yuri Tielemans transfer decision, but Newcastle could force Edu to rethink. Arsenal in no rush to sign Yuri Tielemans at Leicester current asking price and could wait until 2023 to complete free transfer. As I said, I think that's a game of charades again, because for Arsenal it's a dangerous game. If other clubs get interested, then Tielemans can explore other opportunities. You know, he's got no divine right to just want to sign for Arsenal Football Club. You know, I'm sure he's enticed, but other clubs could offer him something. You know, whether that's finances, European football, etc., etc. For Arsenal, that's great, but you know what you're signing up for with our strongest pivot of Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey together. You know what you're signing up for. You could have got top four with them, but boy, Arsenal are prepared to wait until Yuri Tielemans' current contract expires to secure the Belgium on a free transfer. As I said, it's a bit of games. Leicester need to sell to a degree to help them refund their squad. The longer it goes on, the longer you're not going to sign someone, the longer you're delaying the inevitable. You're not going to get any money for someone, 25, 24, 26 years of age. You're shegging yourselves and you're leaving. You're not going to find a replacement. So it feels like a bit of games being played. Leicester doing the fake tough stuff. Arsenal saying we're leaving. It's like if a gal comes to your yard and, you know, there's been a bit of an argument. She says she's leaving and she says, I'm going. She's standing at the door. She's really not trying to go out the door. She wants you to say, don't go. I'm getting a vibe of that really and truly with this. You know, it feels like we're too late to turn back. We've agreed personal terms. We've enticed him with the project. We've done this, that, and the third. It don't really make sense. But allegedly, we're prepared to walk away. Which, if we do think he's too expensive, fair enough. Arsenal feel as though Fox's demands, which are in the region of 32 million, are too high for a player with just 1 year remaining on his deal. Edu is in no rush to sign the player, although external factors could change the situation rapidly. Should other clubs suddenly firm up interest in Tielemans, Arsenal could accelerate plans to sign the Belgium international. Football.London understands that Man United had interest, but they've moved for Rabiot now. So we'll have to see. You know, West Ham and Newcastle are involved as well. So until European clubs, I mean, you know, Newcastle got an attractive project, but Newcastle, West Ham, Arsenal, you know what time it is, isn't it? Like we're all right in that regard, slightly. What's all of this? Guendouzi's been identified as an alternative for Man United. Could be a good move. Not too sure on that. Marie looks closer to be going Monza and that. Again, Bowen is looking like a myth. There has been increased speculation surrounding Gerard Bowen in recent days. There are no Arsenal offers for Gerard Bowen so far. The winger has always been highly rated by many top clubs, but I'm not sure West Ham want to lose a player like him for now. Nothing's happening, and it won't be an easy negotiation. Exactly that, really. I'm trying to see if there's things that we ain't looked at. All or nothing's out tomorrow, people, and you are seeing a lot of talking points around why Aubameyang got rubbed out by Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta going mad after the FA Cup exit last season. So it is what it is. Arsenal make Yuri Tielemans transfer decision. Arsenal may not make a summer move for Yuri Tielemans, with the Gunners prepared to wait for a year to get him on a free transfer. So let's see how that goes on. Leicester City, that is, they're not going to get him to sign a renewal unless something dramatically changes. Monza, Pablo Mari, it's done. The player is arriving today. So that's another player out to go with Leno, Torreira, hopefully Bellerin soon, and now Mari, and anything else that's happened, people. Apparently they're getting him on loan with an obligation to buy, provided they stay in the division. So we all hope that they stay in the division, people. Or 2024, you've got to deal with him, Cedric. Well, summer of 2023, sorry, you've got to deal with him, Cedric, Pepe. At this moment in time, Saliba, Martinelli, and Saka's deals all run until then. We don't know if they've signed a new deal. So there is that. Again, Arsenal are set to complete another outgoing after Torreira. Pablo Mari leaves the club and joins Italian Serie A side Monza. Full agreement now reached. It's done. Mari leaves on loan with an obligation to buy if Monza remain in Serie A, people. Again, we've been linked with Pepe of Porto as we was yesterday. According to this publication, Arsenal made an official offer to contact. What? Arsenal made an official offer to contract with Porto. Pepe is a 25-year-old Brazilian winger with a valuation of 40 million euros. Apparently, Porto are requesting his release clause, which is 70 million. The club promised the player that they would be attentive to him and would follow up. I mean, if we're scouting Fabio Vieira and bought him from Porto, we must have looked at Luis Diaz, who's obviously at Liverpool now, and we must know what this guy's on, really and truly. We're all Monza fans. I don't care about Monza, but the obligation thing, go and get it done, innit? As we know, Bellerin's in talks to try and like up the thing, people. But Bellerin's in talks to rip up his contract, but there's been no agreement. Apparently, he's actually got an option of another year. I mean, as long as Arsenal tell him, yo, you know, we're giving you significantly less, by all means, go Betis, but we're not giving you what you would be owed under normal circumstances. That's calm. Bellerin's agents in London to reach an agreement with Arsenal. At the moment, there's no agreement, but it's a matter of days before everything is resolved and the Catalan returns to Betis as he wanted since he left last June. Bellerin and Real Betis will go hand in hand next season. It is something that all parties take for granted. Even his current club, Arsenal, knows it's the only possible way and has resigned themselves to it. I think they meant, even seeing how the Catalan side rejected the offers that have come to him. The Catalan side, Betis in Catalonia? I don't think so. I don't know, actually, but I don't think so. But I think they mean Bellerin there. Yeah, and he's rejected a lot of offers. Apparently, there's been offers from the Prem, Europe, and all around Europe. He wants Betis. Fair enough, go do your thing. It's all a matter of time and how long it takes for Bellerin's reps to reach an agreement with Arsenal to terminate his contract so the right back can arrive with the letter of freedom under his arm. But obviously, Arsenal would like to get some benefit, however little, from Bellerin. Departure beyond saying his good record. For this reason, the rep of the Catalan is already in London, as Stadium Deportivo have been able to verify, where he has met with the English club to try to reach an agreement for his termination that for the moment is resisting. However, everything indicates that sooner or later the agreement will fall like ripe fruit and Bellerin will head to Betis, where he will earn half of what he receives in London and where he'll be for 4 seasons. But go and do your thing, Bellerin, man. Again, where's Tonali? We've been linked with Tonali. We went over this yesterday, but once again, Arsenal holds shock talks with AC Milan, whether we believe it or not, which I don't, over talks for Sandro Tonali. Mikel Arteta wants him. Apparently, the asking price is 47 million for the 22-year-old. I'm for it. Can play as a 6, can play as an 8. It's got an engine, got resale value. There's every reason. But again, anything that comes out of Italy, I look at it with a pinch of salt. He's just won the Scudetto with AC Milan. You know, they're in the Champions League. You know, Arsenal could entice him. We could offer him the London aspect and stuff. On the best of days, it's hard to prize Italians away. They've already lost Kessié. If money talks, but I can't see it happening for a variety of reasons. People, mods, pattern that up, please. Thank you very much. You know, you've got twats being twats in the chat, but it's cool. You know, apparently Milan and Arsenal have entered negotiations, people. So put the money down. Do I think we're going to shell out 55 billion when we've just brought in a couple of people able to play in midfield? I'm not necessarily too sure. For what it's worth, I would like him. £46 million asking price. If it could be done, it is what it is. He's got 5 years left on his deal as well. So it's going to cost a pretty penny, really and truly. It makes a lot of sense. Milan are aiming for Sambi Lokonga from Arsenal. This is the new name for the Rossoneri midfield. The hunt for the Milan midfielder does not stop, and according to what is collected by this publication, the Rossoneri management would also have a new name in their sights. This is Sambi Lokonga of Arsenal, who joined last season. Okay. Contacts in progress. Milan is in contact with the player's entourage to try and catch him immediately. It'd be another purchase for the Rossoneri colony that is increasingly in a Belgian version after the arrivals of, you know, Charles de Kaleka. I can't say his name, but they've got, is it Solomenka's there as well? So it would make sense. AC Milan could be a good move for him. You're playing in Europe, wavy country, shopping and that. You know, if you give us, if we can make something happen for Tonali, why not? If you can give us a profit and a sell-on clause, why not? But the guy just signed for us, man. Arsenal could suck, man. Your mother sucks more, really. You know, come on now. Now, mummy's working hard, really, and you're drawing her out. But yeah, AC Milan have started contacts with midfielder Albert Sambi Lokonga, who is allegedly can leave Arsenal. People, big up you lot. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. Arsenal hold talks with Hector Bellerin's agents over cancelling his contract after falling out of favour with Mikel Arteta. Betis eye up a free transfer should the on loan Spanish defender deal at the Emirates be terminated. As we just said, his reps have held talks over doing this. Bellerin is one of several players who could leave the club to generate funds. Mikel Arteta is reportedly still keen on bringing in further signings this summer. Arsenal have held talks with him, as we've just said, people. And yeah, they're Sevilla based in Spain, people. So we'll have to see really what's going on there. I mean, getting his 100 grand a week wages off would be lit. We spoke about this yesterday, where Yeremy Pino is concerned. For all the talk around it, Villarreal have not yet received an official offer for Yeremy Pino. At the moment, contacts have occurred at the level of the player's agents. So yeah, we're seeing feasibilities, but feasibilities around the deal, but no offers have been made. So we're a long way away from it, people. In England, the name of the Spain international is mainly sounded on Arsenal, Liverpool as well. The agency that reps the footballer is maintaining contacts with several important clubs in the Premier League. Maybe they're trying to get him a new deal. So yeah, man, he's got 80 million release clause. We're not really paying that. Apparently, the team put him at around 40 to 50 million euros, people. So if they offer and he says he wants to go from what we've been read, he can go. But I don't know what we're doing there, really and truly. Arsenal's 40 million euro bid for Yeremy Pino set to be accepted by cash-strapped Villarreal, says the Metro people. You know, we'll have to see. And I mean, they were holding out for 80 million, 67.5. They're likely to accept this offer, but you know, bids haven't been placed. This all just seems to be paper talk at this current moment in time, people. So we'll have to see how that one there is developing. What's all of this? Let me look at this. Arsenal are fighting hard to land at least one more major signing in the busy summer of transfer activity. There's talks of Tonali underway, according to reports. Yeremy Pino and Tielemans have also been targeted. Us and United have also been linked with Cody Gakpo. Anyone that we haven't? I think the Cody Gakpo ones, I think we admire the player, but yeah, man. Board use, man. Don't give him attention, just block. So yeah, I think that's that way the transfer things are concerned. Things are coming out in relation to the all or nothing, but apparently Martinelli trains like every day is his last. Steve Round said, obviously there's talk around Aubameyang, he'll do what he fucking wants. Apparently Arteta documented every misdemeanor from Aubameyang. At least he come true with some evidence, really. So we'll have to see tomorrow. We'll be watching that on Twitch at 3:30, people. And don't forget to pre that. You're going to need your Amazon Prime, really. The manager has balls. So, yeah, it's all starting to come out. Episodes. The next 3 episodes are going to be lit. Apparently, he put Ivan Toney's tweet on the tactics board, and as he should. So, there's that. Xhaka's obviously attempting to mend relations with the fans, people. I can't lie. Big up Granit Xhaka, but we're hearing the same old story now. It's the same old things that we keep hearing. Rightly so, man. We know you and the fans had a rocky relationship. There's nothing new under the sun, really, in that regard. It's not like we waste our time here and only care about the 90 minutes. We care more than people think. Me, Ramsdale, and others can't sleep after a game when we lose. No one can see that, and it makes me disappointed and sad. People start to speak and saying you're not working for the club. This is BS. You know it's so difficult in England to bring people to training. In Germany, it's different. Thousands come every day. I hear that, and you would like to see that. And we know Mikel Arteta is the reason he's still at the football club. We've heard that same old story time and time again, people. Granit Xhaka on Arsenal captaincy. You don't need the armband to lead, amen. And you've seen that with his team huddle in the build-up to Palace. He will still captain the team. You just won't be the official captain. Of course, you don't need it. Everyone can see the leaders in this team. Of course, you need an armband. You need a captain for the team when we need him. But I don't believe a lot in the armband at the moment. I have a feeling that it's not only one, but a lot of people who are so good in this team who can speak with and they'll help you. This is what makes a big difference at the moment. Ramsdale said Xhaka is integral to our group, playing or not playing. When he's injured at the start of last season, you could feel his presence in the change room. You could feel his presence when playing. I think the captaincy is blown out of proportion. That comes from what's happening here with having a few captains in the last few years. But when you've got the likes of Holden, another one who, when he isn't playing, is someone everyone talks to, you've got leaders who could just do it on the pitch too. We've had a few arguments on the pitch, me and Granit, but the type of person who can be a great leader is someone who just forgets about it. But it's a masculine thing. Anyone that has an argument and when the game's done holds feelings, they're a bitch, pardon my language. You lot should be able to shout at each other. Obviously, some people more than others, and that's calm. Nothing's personal. No one's shouting at anyone to attack you as a player. The collective is getting Arsenal to where they need to be. So, yeah, it makes sense, man. It makes sense, and he's spoken of this before. I do think a lot is made of the captain's band and at Arsenal. If everyone's a flipping leader, you can't tell who is the captain, essentially, people, really and truly, in a good way, as it should be, really. A lot's made, because when that captain, sometimes the captain has to be able to follow. Sometimes the captain needs captaining, really and truly. Everyone's just got to be on this trench shit. Everyone's just got to mash work. And if everybody mashes work, you look at half the great teams, you can't tell who's a leader because there's bare of them, really and truly. So we'll have to see how that one develops. But where transfer news are concerned, that seems to be that. Let's spin the block once again for some transfer news. Where's them links I had? The most amazing thing that's come out probably today has been Lokonga's been linked with AC Milan. But again, you can't read too much into these things. So again, in fact, you could quickly already the Lokonga stuff could be quashed already, really and truly, people. Because if I share my screen once again, Lokonga to AC Milan could be quashed because apparently Milan will not sign any other midfielder if they do not sell Bakayoko. Sambi wants to stay at Arsenal where Arteta believes in him. It's very clear in the mind of the player. Milan's priority now is to sign a new defender. And maybe that's where when they used to be linked with Pablo Mari, them links there were coming from, people. So that one there's quickly been quashed, quite simply, isn't it? Really and truly. So yeah, 1 minute he can leave when 1 minute he can't really. So yeah, man, it's nice to see outgoings are gathering pace. And at the moment, you know, you've got Guendouzi gone, Torreira gone, Mavropanos gone. None of them significant fees. Leno gone, Marie on loan, Tavares, Balogun, Patino all out on loan. Ballard's gone, Amari's gone, Hutchinson that is, Swanson's gone, Arthur Akonku, Omar Rekic, Berev, Flores have all gone. Hopefully we're getting some loan fees, and there's a couple of players, that seem to be keeping it pushing really and truly. So make of that what you will, folks. I'm trying to pre the thing for some more news for you lot. So yeah, that one there's been rubbed out really and truly. That one there's been, it's not happening, is it? It's not happening, is it, lads? It's just not happening. So yeah, let me see the other typical Arsenal related news outlets. So it just seems to be Sambi Lokonga. Apparently, the Pablo Mari is undergoing his medical. As we know, it's a loan with an obligation and a €5 million if they avoid relegation. But Pablo Mari might help them get relegated, or they might just sabotage it. I mean, it'd be nice. It's another L. Really, you look at the stopgap signings. Mari, you signed him for about 14 million. Look how expensive it's been with his failings on the pitch, how expensive in terms of energy to get him lost, and a £5 million hit, really and truly. Willian, we had to mash up his contract. Yes, I think Edu and Arteta, they've come in and there's been some players that have been bought on big wages and we've been doing things wrong. But they're not without faults. They've had their own L's. Not Torreira, sorry. Guendouzi, Torreira, they're L's that are not of theirs. Leno, the same. I'll judge you on your own signings as much as I think regardless should have got P's. Willian had to tear up his contract. Aubameyang new contract, had to tear it up. Bellerin going to tear it up. Well, Bellerin's not theirs, but going to have to tear it up. Marie, Meady. So, yeah, it is what it is. There are L's that these lot are responsible for as well. No one is perfect, really and truly. So, yeah, Sambi Lokonga's intention is to stay with Arsenal this season, and we're expecting a big season from him, people. Apparently, Runarsson is set to join a Turkish team on loan. The quicker, the better. Apparently, Bellerin and Runarsson are almost certain to leave. Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Reece Nelson's futures are still to be sorted, so they're in the balance, even if they stay at Arsenal for a bloody couple of months, and then the same thing is going to be said again and again. I would love the Haaland boys to carve a future out for themselves. Who wouldn't, really and truly, but easier said than done. So yeah, I think that puts a bed to the transfer news, folks. Keep your opinions coming in. I still said I'm going to circle the block for some of you lot. I don't think we got him for 14. Well, let me actually check, because I don't know why 14 is standing out to me, but we're going to find out. One second, I'm trying to let's change it to the last hour. What's going on here? I think there is a couple of other stuff really. So yeah, man. What was I doing? Let me just type in Arsenal sign Pablo Mari. $12 million. Sorry, 12 million, not 14, 12. So that's still too much, because you're only getting back 5. Look, Arsenal have signed Flamingo defender Pablo Mari on an initial loan. You've given him decent wages as well. How much has he cost to actually playing as well? But yeah, man, he's up to 12 million. We paid a 4 million fee up front and then 8 million. So 12 million too much, really and truly. How many appearances did Pablo Mari make for this football club ultimately? It's still expensive. It's not just the big money signings, it's expensive free transfers as well. How many appearances? 15 games in Serie A. Have you played that much in the Premier League? You probably have, but I don't think you have, I really don't think you have for Arsenal Football Club. Oh, just go to Arsenal. This is confusing me. 12 million for 22 appearances. 12 in the league, 14 in the league. Sorry, I stand corrected. 14 in the league, as you lot can see. 22 appearances, 12 million quid. 22 appearances, 12 million quid. And I would say, okay, cool. We all admit where we are with this, but if we ever get into a scenario where there's someone like Torreira, like Guendouzi, like Mavropanos, like Leno, we need to be getting decent money for these lot, man. Why get him for free? Why get him in January for a fee when you can get him for free on a free in June? Huh? What? Tielemans? Because you bloody need a midfielder, mate. But yeah, that's that. So I was 2 million. I stand corrected, people. I apologize. 12 million. Pablo Marie.